Good morning, everyone. My name is Jessa B. Adolfo, and I am going to present the oral approach and situational language teaching. So, what is the oral approach and situational language teaching? So, this method involved the systematic principles of selection by which lexical and grammatical content was chosen, gradation by which the organization and sequencing of content were determined, presentation by which techniques used for presentation and practice of items in a course. So this was not to be confused with the direct method, although it used oral procedures, lack a systematic process, and apply linguistic theory and practice. So this is the main characteristic of the approach. First, language teaching begins with the spoken language. Materials is taught orally before it is presented in written form. Second, the target language is the language of the classroom. Third, new language points are introduced and practice situational. 4. Vocabulary selection procedures are followed to ensure that an essential general service vocabulary is covered. 5. Items of grammar are graded following the principle that simple forms should be solved before complex ones. 6. Reading and writing are introduced once a sufficient lexical and grammatical basis is established. Approach. Theory of language underlying situational language teaching can be characterized as a type of British, or as we can say, structuralism. Speech was regarded as the basis of language. Structure was viewed as a being at the heart of speaking ability and must be linked to the context and situation in which language is used. Word order. Structural words, the few inflection of English, and content words will form the material of our teaching. And the last one, in contrast to American linguistic, language was viewed as purposeful activity related to goals and a situation in the real world. Theory of learning is a type of behaviorist habit learning theory. It addresses primarily the process rather than the condition of learning. There are 3 processes in learning a language, or PALMER. First, receiving the knowledge or materials. Second, fixing it in the memory by repetition. Third, using it in actual practice until it becomes a personal skill. So French likewise saw language learning as a habit formation. Like the direct method, situational language teaching adopts an inductive approach to the teaching of grammar. Design. Objective is to teach a practical command of the 4 basic skills of language: accuracy in both pronunciation and grammar, basic structures and sentence patterns, and fundamental to reading and writing skills. So this is the syllabus. Basic to the teaching of English and situational. Situational language teaching is the structural syllabus in the world list. A structural syllabus is a list of the basic structures and sentence patterns of English. Types of learning and teaching activities. So this is the types of learning and teaching activities. First, a situational approach to presenting new sentence patterns. Use of concrete objects, pictures, and realia, and together with actions and gestures. A drill-based manner of practicing new sentence patterns. Guided repetition and substitution activities, including chorus, repetition, dictation, drills, and control oral-based reading and writing tasks. Learner rules. The learner is required simply to listen and repeat what the teacher says and to respond to questions and comments. Teacher rules serves as a model, setting up situation, modeling the new structures for the students to repeat. The role of instructional materials it depends on both a textbook and visual aids. The textbook should be used only as a guide to the learning process. The teacher is expected to be master of his textbook. Visual aids may be produced by the teacher or may be commercially processed. Vary according to the level of the class, but at any level aim to move from controlled to fair practice or structure and from oral use of sentence patterns to their automatic use in speech, reading, and writing. Example, for the pattern being practiced, there's a noun plus noun in the box. That will be all, and thank you.